I tried removing every reminder, every picture from the wall, but somehow your memory survived through it all. Because love isn't furniture or letters in a drawer. It's something deeper than the things we leave behind when we go. I hear your favorite song sometimes, playing in a crowded store, and suddenly the years disappear like they never did before. The smallest things can bring you back: a scent, a street, a sound, and for a fleeting second you're still around. There's a place for your name inside my heart forever, not because I'm holding on, but because we were together. There's a place for your name where no goodbye can reach, a quiet little corner beyond the pain of grief. Life has given me new chapters, new faces, different roads, but every story after you still carries what you showed. How to love without conditions, how to hope without fear, how a single soul can change another life for years. You may be gone from my world, but never from my story. There's a place for your name that time cannot erase, a candle in the darkness, a light I'll always trace. And though we've traveled separate ways and different skies above, there'll always be a place for your name inside my love. 1,000 empty nights have passed since you said goodbye. 1,000 moons have crossed the sky, and still I wonder why love can build a castle, then leave it made of sand. Why hearts can hold forever, yet lose their grip so fast. I've walked through crowded streets nights alone, searching unfamiliar faces, hoping for a glimpse of you in strangers' distant traces. But nobody wears your smile, nobody says my name that way, and every road I travel leads back to yesterday. 1,000 empty nights, and I'm still dreaming of you. 1,000 lonely mornings, wishing dreams came true. Though time has kept on moving, my heart remains behind, counting every empty night you left me here to find. The seasons changed around me, winter turned to spring, but every flower blooming couldn't heal a single thing, because some losses linger long after tears are gone, like a melody unfinished, trying to carry on. Maybe someday I'll awaken without your ghost nearby, but tonight you're still the answer to every silent why. 1,000 empty nights still lead me back to you. 1,000 songs and memories of everything we knew. Though forever wasn't ours, and fate was unkind, you'll always live somewhere inside these 1,000 empty nights. The leaves are turning golden, covering the ground, just like all the promises that never came around. We used to walk these streets together, wrapped against the cold. Now autumn feels much older than it ever should. Every tree reminds me how beautiful things fall, how even the strongest branches can't hold forever at all. The wind carries your memory through every passing day, like a song I can't stop hearing, though the singer went away. It's autumn without you, and the colors seem less bright. Every sunset fades too quickly into another lonely night. It's autumn without you, and nothing feels stays the same. The leaves keep falling gently, like whispers of your name. I sit beside the window, watching seasons change, learning how to live with loss and everything it brings. The years may keep on passing like rivers to the sea, but every autumn always finds a little piece of me. Maybe healing looks like this, learning beauty can survive even after goodbye. It's autumn without you, but I'm standing on my own, carrying the lessons of a love I've always known. And though the leaves keep falling, one thing remains true: every autumn tells the story of me and you. I found a box of Polaroids hidden in the closet today. Pictures from a simpler life before you went away. The colors have grown weaker, but the memories stay bright, preserved inside those little frames of captured light. There's one beside the ocean where your hair danced in the breeze, another from the mountains where we carved our names in trees. 100 frozen moments smiling back at me, showing all the things we thought we'd always be. Polaroids scattered on the floor, showing me a version of us that lives no more. Faded Polaroids holding yesterday. The colors may be disappearing, but the love remains. I sit beside the piano, turning pages of the past, wondering how something beautiful could vanish so fast. The photographs grow older, but the ache feels new. Every picture somehow leads me back to you. Maybe memories fade gently to help us carry on. Maybe that's why photographs grow softer as time moves on. The dust like little pieces of forever. behind by us. And though the years keep passing and the images grow gray, the love inside those pictures will never fade away. The morning light slips through the blinds, painting shadows where you used to lie. Coffee grows cold beside my hand. Another silent day begins again. I hear your laughter in the hallway still, though every room stands empty now. Time keeps moving without your permission, and I keep learning how to live somehow. Every photograph reminds me of promises we used to keep. Now I'm holding on to memories while losing pieces of my sleep. There's an empty chair by the window where you watch the rain fall down, and every storm that passes through here still carries echoes of your sound. I keep waiting for a miracle, for your footsteps at the door, but the chair stays empty, darling, and you're not here anymore. The piano softly fills the room, playing songs we used to know. Every melody feels broken now, like a river that forgot to flow. I trace your name across old letters, reading words 1,000 times, trying to find a hidden answer between the spaces and the lines. There's an empty chair by the window where you watch the rain fall down, and every storm that passes through here still carries echoes of your sound. I keep waiting for a miracle, for your footsteps at the door, but the chair stays empty, darling, and you're not here anymore. Maybe healing comes in pieces, maybe pain must have its day, maybe love never truly leaves us, even when it walks away. There's an empty chair by the window, and I see it every night. somewhere in the darkness, I can feel a distant light. Though the chair stays empty, darling, your memory still remains. And every note this piano plays whispers softly your name. The moment that you left me felt like time stood still. Every second stretched forever against my will. I watched your eyes avoid mine, your hands begin to shake, and somewhere in that silence my heart began to break. The door closed softly behind you, yet thunder filled the room, turning every dream we planted into flowers that never bloom. I wanted to call your name, I wanted you to stay, but some endings are already written before the words are said. It was goodbye in slow motion, a lifetime in a breath, watching forever crumble with every step you left. Goodbye in slow motion still plays inside my mind, like a movie I can't stop, no matter how hard I try. Years from now I'll probably remember every detail clear, the trembling in your voice, the sadness in your tears, because heartbreak leaves fingerprints on everything it touches. And some moments never leave us. If I could freeze one memory, I'd choose a happier scene, before the cracks appeared, before we stop believing. Oh, goodbye in slow motion became a part of me, a lesson wrapped in sorrow about love and destiny. And though the pain grows smaller with every passing year, that final slow motion goodbye will always live right here. The piano softly fades away, the room grows dark and still, but the story of that goodbye lives within me still, and always will. If love could stay forever, we'd still be hand in hand, walking through the years together, following our plans. But time has its own reasons, and hearts can drift apart, leaving behind beautiful scars across a hopeful heart. We build a world from promises, a future full of light. But somewhere in the distance, the stars slipped from our sight. And now I walk through memories like holes inside a dream, trying to understand what forever really means. If love could stay, you'd still be here tonight, dancing in the kitchen, laughing in the light. If love could stay, I'd never have to learn how to watch a fire fade after watching it burn. I don't regret a single day or every tear we shared, because loving you completely was worth every prayer. Even if the ending came before we were prepared, I'd still choose the same story if I knew how much it cared. Some loves last a lifetime, some loves leave too soon, but every love leaves something beneath the moon. If love could stay forever, I'd never say goodbye. But some angels are only meant to pass across the sky. And though you're gone, one truth remains: you taught my heart to love again. There's a box beneath my bed, filled with words you'll never read. Every page a piece of sorrow, every line another plea. I wrote them on the hardest nights, when silence felt too loud, trying to reach across the distance, trying to make you proud. These are letters never sent, words too heavy for the wind, conversations with your memory that always circle back again. If I mailed them to the stars, would they find where you have been? Or would they stay forever hidden, like these letters never sent? The ink is fading from the paper, but the feelings never fade. Every sentence holds a lifetime of mistakes we couldn't change. I fold them up and put them back where nobody can The only place our story lives now is inside these pages and me. Oh, maybe some goodbyes have no answer. Maybe some roads never been. Maybe love isn't about forever. Maybe it's about what remains. These are letters never sent, yet they carry all my truth. Every tear, every promise, every fragment of our youth. Though you'll never read these pages, I still write them now and then, because loving you lives on inside letters never sent. It's 2 in the morning again, and the city's asleep outside, but my heart keeps replaying scenes that I wish I could leave behind. The moonlight dances on the keys like ghosts of another life. Every chord becomes a question, every silence cuts like a knife. I try to write another ending, but the story stays the same. Midnight piano, tell me why some loves fade and some survive. Why her shadow still follows me long after goodbye. Midnight piano, play me slow through the tears I never show. Help me find a way to let her go. The notes fall softly to the floor like petals from a dying rose. Each one carries pieces of us and secrets nobody knows. I close my eyes and hear her voice calling from a distant dream. For a moment she's beside me, then she disappears again. Midnight piano, tell me why some loves fade and some survive. Why her shadow still follows me long after goodbye. Midnight piano, play me slow through the tears I never show. Help me find a way to let her go. Maybe every broken heart needs a song before it heals. Maybe every lonely soul needs a melody to feel. Midnight piano, stay with me until the sunrise sets me free, until these memories become something I can leave behind. Midnight piano, one last song for the love that's come and gone. Guide me through this endless night. I had one more chance to see you, one more moment face to face, I'd tell you all the things I never said before you walked away. I'd thank you for the memories, for every laugh and tear, for teaching me that love exists even when it disappears. This is one last goodbye, one last song beneath the sky, one last tear upon these piano keys before I set you free. Though my heart still calls your name, I know nothing stays the same. So this is one last goodbye from me. The years will keep on moving like rivers to the sea, and somewhere in the distance you'll become a part of me. Not a wound that keeps on bleeding, not a shadow filled with pain, but a chapter in my story that I wouldn't erase. Goodbye doesn't mean forgetting, it means learning how to live with the love that still remains, and the memories it gives. This is one last goodbye, one last look into the night, one last melody carried by the breeze before I finally sleep. Though tomorrow waits ahead, I'll keep the best of what we had. So this is one last goodbye, and thank you for loving me. The piano softly fades away, the room grows quiet once again. But somewhere in the silence, your voice remains until the end. Rain against the glass tonight, writing stories on the pane. Every drop becomes a memory, every memory becomes pain. The city lights are blurring now, like tears I can't control. And this empty apartment feels larger than my soul. Your favorite mug is on the shelf, exactly where you left it. I should put it away by now, but somehow I protect it Like if I keep enough reminders, you might find your way back home. Though deep inside I understand I'm learning to be alone. Rain against the glass, keep singing your name. Every storm that passes through feels exactly the same. I keep searching the horizon for a sign of what we were, but all I hear is rain tonight, and the sound of missing her. The piano waits beside me like an old and trusted friend, helping me survive the nights that never seem to end. Each note falls like a raindrop onto this broken heart, trying to wash away the pain, but never where to start. Maybe every storm must pass, maybe skies will clear someday, but tonight the rain keeps falling, and you're still far away. Rain against the glass, tell me what to do. How do I stop loving someone when my heart belongs to you? Until the clouds surrender and the stars begin to shine, I'll sit here with the rain tonight, and your memory beside mine. The room is dark except the moonlight falling softly on the keys. Every shadow tells a story of the love you used to be. The clock keeps counting every second since you disappeared from view, but time can't seem to teach my heart how to stop loving you. I hear the echoes of your laughter floating through the empty hall, like a ghost that visits nightly when the silence starts to fall. I close my eyes and see your face as clear as yesterday. Then morning comes and takes you back so far away. Every note becomes a memory, every memory becomes a tear. Shadows on the piano to stand, playing songs of broken promises. I still don't understand. Shadows on the piano, tell me why love had to go, why the brightest flame I've ever known became so cold. The photographs are fading slowly, but your smile remains the same, living somewhere deep inside me, like an everlasting flame. And though the world keeps turning onward and everyone says move on, there's a part of me still waiting for what is already gone. Maybe love was never meant to stay forever in our hands. Maybe hearts are only visitors passing through this land. Shadows on the piano will always know your name, long after every trace of us has vanished with the rain. And when my final song is played and all the lights grow dim, the shadows on this piano will sing of you again. The last time I saw you, the sky was turning gray. The wind was softly whispering, like it knew you'd walk away. You smiled, but your eyes were distant, like your heart had already gone. And I stood there pretending everything was still holding on. You said we'd always be friends, you said we'd both be fine, but forever disappeared somewhere between your words and mine. I watched your shadow fade slowly down that familiar street, never knowing that moment would become my endless repeat. Now every night I replay the things I should have said. tomorrow never brought you back, no matter how hard I tried. So I live with the memory of the day our love died. I still remember your jacket, the way you brushed your hair aside, the nervous smile you carried, trying so hard to hide. Maybe you were hurting too, maybe you cried that night. Maybe we were both pretending everything would be alright. If I could return to that moment, I'd hold you a little longer, tell you everything I buried before becoming stronger. The last time I saw you still echoes through my soul, a photograph that never fades, a wound that never grows old. And though life keeps moving forward, part of me remains behind, standing in that fading daylight, watching you leave one last time. Walk the road you left behind, just to feel you near. Every corner held a memory, every memory a tear. The streetlights seem to recognize the way we used to be. Now they shine on empty sidewalks and a lonely man like me. The cafe where we'd spend our evenings still plays our favorite songs, but now the music feels incomplete, like something's gone wrong. I sit beside the window, watching strangers pass me by, and wonder if they're carrying the same unanswered why. The road you left behind still leads me back to you. Through every broken promise and every dream we knew. The road you left behind is written in my soul, a map of love and loss that time cannot control. I've traveled far from yesterday, yet somehow here I stand, still tracing all the footprints you once left in my hands. Maybe roads are meant to split and travelers move apart, but some journeys never truly end inside a hopeful heart. Distance changes everything except the walks with me. The silence after you is louder than before. It echoes through the hallway and beneath every door. I never knew that absence could carry so much weight, or how a single goodbye could change the shape of fate. The curtains move beside me in the cold midnight air, and every shadow asks me why you're no longer there. I still leave one light burning in the corner of the room, as if somehow your footsteps might return and break the gloom. The neighbors carry on their lives, the world keeps moving fast, but I'm still standing in the ruins of a future from the past. The coffee tastes much colder now, the mornings feel too long, and every day without you feels like another sad song. The silence after you is all I seem to know, 1,000 words unspoken with nowhere left to go. The silence after you still fills this empty space, and every moment brings me back to your face. Sometimes I hear the thunder and remember summer rain, the nights we spent together before heartbreak knew my name. You'd rest your head upon my shoulder, safe from every storm, and somehow every broken thing felt peaceful and warm. Now storms arrive without you and leave me feeling small, like a lonely photograph still hanging on the wall. If silence truly heals a heart, why am I still broken? Why does every quiet room feel filled with words unspoken? The silence after you may follow me for years. Through every smile I force myself, and every hidden tear. But someday in this silence a new beginning may grow. Until then I'll keep listening to the silence after you. piano waits before me like it has 1,000 nights, listening to my heart break under dim and lonely lights. Every key holds pieces of the story we became, a melody of happiness and sorrow just the same. I played these songs when you were here, I play them now you're gone, searching for a hidden path to help me carry on. And though the audience is empty and nobody applauds, I keep performing for the memory of what we once were, until the last note fades. I'll keep singing of your love, of all the stars we wished upon, and every sky above, until the last note fades. You live inside these songs, a part of every melody, long after you've moved on. One day these hands will rest, one day this voice will cease, one day every wound I've carried will finally know peace. But until that distant moment, when my final curtain falls, I'll keep your memory alive within these piano walls. Some loves become forever, not because they stay, but because they leave a mark that never fades away, until the last note fades and silence fills the air. I'll thank the stars for giving me a love beyond compare. Though our story reached its ending and destiny had other plans, you'll always be the music living in my hands. The final chord is trembling, the room grows still and slow, until the last note fades away. I'll never let you go. In song. The ballroom's empty after midnight. The lights are fading one by one. Only echoes fill the silence where our favorite song was sung. I remember how you held me like the world could disappear. Now I'm standing in the darkness, wishing you were here, What happens when the music ends? When the final note has flown? When the crowd has gone home? And you're standing all alone? Do the memories keep dancing in the corners of your mind? Or do they slowly fade away with the passing of time? The piano plays a lonely melody, floating through the empty air. Every chord reminds me of you. Every pause reveals despair. I can almost see you smiling, spinning underneath the lights. But dreams can only last so long before they leave the night. The song may end, but love remains, like footprints after rain. What happens when the music ends? Maybe that's where healing starts. Maybe silence teaches lessons to forgotten hearts. Though the dance is finally over and the stage has lost its glow, I'll carry every note of you wherever I may go. There's a place inside my heart where the memories sleep, hidden underneath the scars I promised I would keep. Every smile, every kiss, every dream we built together, resting in that quiet place, untouched by time or weather. Sometimes late at night I visit there alone, walking through forgotten moments, like rooms inside a home. I hear your voice around me, I see your gentle eyes. For a little while it feels like we never said goodbye. Where the memories sleep, you still belong to me, not in chains or promises, but in eternity. Where the memories sleep, nothing fades away. You are every beautiful part of yesterday. cannot bring you back, no matter how I pray. But I can keep the love alive in a different way. Not with tears or desperation, not with endless regret, but with gratitude for every day. I can never forget. Some people leave our lives, but never leave our souls. Where the memories sleep, I visit now and then to thank the stars for letting us be more than just friends. And though our road has ended, one truth remains complete: you'll always have a home where my memories sleep. The first snow started falling on a lonely December night, covering every memory beneath the blanket white. The city looked so beautiful, but I could barely see, 'cause every fallen snowflake brought another thought of you to me. The fireplace keeps burning, though the room still feels so cold. I guess some winters happen deep inside the soul. I wear the scarf you gave me years ago on Christmas Day, trying to hold on to the warmth that slowly slipped away. There's a winter in my heart since the day you left me here. Every season comes and goes, but the coldness stays near. There's a winter in my heart, no spring has found it yet, and every snowfall reminds me of a love I can't forget. The children build their snowmen while lovers hold their hands, and I walk through frozen streets trying to understand how happiness can disappear without a warning sign, leaving only frozen memories behind. Maybe one day sunlight will melt this frozen pain. Maybe one day laughter will fill these holes again. There's a winter in my heart, but I still believe somehow that beyond these clouds of sorrow, life will show me how to welcome warmer seasons without forgetting you. Because even winter teaches us the sky can still be blue. Your side of the bed remains untouched tonight, a quiet reminder of what isn't right. The pillow still holds traces of your perfume in the air, and every little detail whispers that you were there. I reach across the darkness out of habit in my sleep, only to remember promises I couldn't keep. The moonlight through the window paints silver on the floor, while loneliness stands waiting beside the bedroom door. Your side of the bed feels colder every day, a space that once held forever now only holds yesterday. Your side of the bed is where my memories stay, and every night I close my eyes, you're farther away. I've tried moving the furniture, changing every view, but no matter what I change, it still leads back to you. The walls know all our secrets, the ceiling knows our dreams. Now everything is quieter than it seems. Some nights I swear I hear you breathing beside me in the dark. Then reality reminds me you've become a distant spark. Your side of the bed will someday just be space, but tonight it feels like losing you all over again in this place. And though the years may carry me to roads I've never seen, your side of the bed remains a chapter in between.